What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So week 3 is officially in the books outside of Monday Night Football tonight with the Lions and the Ravens, and there is one team that stands alone right now that's a shocking 0-3 in my opinion, that being the Houston Texans. Ever since CJ Stroud has come into the league, the Texans have been very successful, but unfortunately they're off to a very rough start, and he hasn't looked very sharp either to this point. Let's go ahead and jump in and talk about the 0-3 Houston Texans. Can this be salvageable? Let's go ahead and jump in and rebuild the Texans in Madden 26. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 10,000 subs, so if you'd like to help us reach that goal, that would be awesome. So like I said, the Texans find themselves at 0-3. The other team in the division is 3-0. The Indianapolis Colts are off to a great start. They've already lost to Jacksonville, which is not good for, head-to-head divisions, but head-to-head division games. They've lost to the Rams. They've lost to the Bucs. So you could say that they've lost to 3 good teams. Jacksonville, I feel like the jury's still out on them. Rams and Bucs, you'd think, are probably a good team in the NFC. But CJ Stroud has not looked as sharp. Even some people considered what he did last year a sophomore slump. But, I mean, they still went on to win a playoff game. Obviously, the main thing to kind of look at here is the Texans offensive line. It was bad last year and it's bad again. They traded away Laremy Tunsil. So that's gonna be the main focus in this video, is we got to figure out how to build this O-line. I think Stroud's still a great quarterback. There's Jalen Noel and Higgins to be excited about as well. Christian Kirk, who I don't think has played yet for the Texans either. Then you got Nick Chubb right now. Defensively, you have obviously Hunter, Will Anderson, Petrie, C.J. Gardner-Johnson with Lassiter, Stingley. Like, there's some good things to like about this Texans team. Unfortunately, they just find themselves in a big hole. You start 0-3, you're more than likely dead in the water. So, will Madden they do get the Titans at home, so that would be a must win, because obviously Cam Warren and the Titans are struggling as well. Head-to-head division battle. We're going to simulate to the end of this first season. We are going to see if Madden believes the Texans can turn it around. I have my doubts. 0-3 is a hard way to come back from. Let's go ahead and see if maybe in the Madden simulation, if we come back from it. So at the end of the season, we do not come back from 0-3. We finish up at 6-11, which makes absolute sense. The Seahawks and the Falcons, I saw, are playing each other in wildcard weekend. I didn't get to watch the Falcons game, by the way, yesterday, but how the hell did they score 0 points with the talent they have on offense? I'm very confused by that. I know division games are always weird sometimes, but man, that is wild. 30-0 to Carolina is a crazy way to lose. The Ravens beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. Another team that shocked me by losing to the Browns. Obviously by a field goal there at the end. Yesterday was just crazy. A lot of crazy things happened on some kicks. Special teams was wild yesterday. Offensively, we're 24th in the NFL. And on the defensive side of the football, we were 25th in the NFL. So you had 19-8 from CJ Stroud. You had 9 touchdowns, 1,000 yards from Nick Chubb. You had Nico Collins with 1,000 from Christian Kirk, 580 from Schultz, and 400 from Jaden Higgins, 140 from Nick Chubb. Defensively, sacks-wise, you had 8 from, or actually Futowski had 10.5, only 8, and 6.5. You'd like to see these numbers being in the double digits for both these guys. And interceptions, you had 4 from Stingley, who's a damn good corner, 3 from Speed, 3 from Lassiter, and 2 from C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and a few as well. But the one thing I will say, it's probably a good thing that we did end up missing the playoffs, because we have extra picks from the Commanders trade, obviously, because they got, they traded away Laremy Tunsil. I think they got an extra second in, I can't remember the other picks, but it was a second-round pick for sure. We got Lamar Jackson wins Super Bowl MVP. Mahomes wins NFL MVP. Liam Cohen is their Coach of the Year. Puka is your Offensive Player of the Year. Gene T, Offensive Rookie, and Demetrius Knight, Defensive Rookie of the Year. But all right, let's go ahead and get into the re-signing stage and get off to hopefully a good start in this offseason. O-line is going to be the primary focus. We need to build this O-line behind, with CJ Stroud in mind. So we're going to accept, obviously, Will Anderson, CJ Stroud's 5th-year options. Got them both the same draft. Nick Chubb, he's still only superstar. He's still superstar. Oh, I forgot about Joe Mixon, too. I forgot Joe Mixon ain't even healthy. So that kind of makes me wonder, but I think if you give Nick Chubb a 1-year deal, I think I'd still be fine with that. So he's going to come back. Nick Chubb and Mixon seems like a good running back combo. Will Mixon play this year? That remains to be seen. I think the last thing I heard about is that the GM was non-committal to him playing this year or something like that. But outside of that, I think I might let the rest of these guys just walk. So let's go ahead, get into free agency with our 56 M's and see, what we need to primarily focus on. I know Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel are 2 guys I am optimistic about. Obviously they both went to school together, but yeah, so Mixon being back would help out a ton too. I forgot that he Honestly, forgot about him. We have a young left tackle in Ursary, but I think I might slide him to guard. We need to bring in like 4 to 5 new offensive linemen, in my opinion. And Tank Dell, forgot about him too. Tank Dell is also going to be healthy now, so that's going to be a big one as well. So the wide receiver room, tight end with Stover and Schultz, I think is fine. Offensive line is the focus on offense. Defensively, I mean, I guess the interior of the D tackles and maybe a third corner would be helpful, but outside of that, I like what we have over here. So that is what we'll be looking for: D tackles, building in the trenches, and maybe a third corner, and then like building the trenches and a third corner. That's the goal. So here are our targets in free agency. Funny enough, none of them are an offensive lineman. I don't love any of the offensive linemen in free agency, to be honest with you. So it looks like that's going to be all attacked in the draft. So I'm going for Benton, Womack, Travis Jones, and DJ Reader. So let's see if we can get all 4. Benton more than likely is not choosing us, so we do get the other 3. Benton would have been nice too, but we do get 2 D tackles up front, which is what I wanted. We get that third corner we're looking for from our fellow division rival in the Colts. Kelsey, who should probably be retiring, is going to go ahead and go somewhere else. I'm going to go ahead and grab some more depth here as well with Tershawn Ward and just get some extra D tackle depth in the building. That way we could just focus all in on offensive line in the draft. Unfortunately, he did not choose us, but whatever. Okay, it's fine. So all offensive line draft, which is kind of weird to say, but it's where we need to focus. If there's other positions to attack, I will, don't get me wrong, but we need to make sure this O-line is addressed as much as possible. I'm talking about coming out of this draft with like 4 rookies, 4 to 5 rookies, if the price is right. But going into it, as I said, we need to bring in offensive linemen for the life of us. The one thing we do have is Ursary, which he's young enough. I think he had, I mean, I was watching play-by-plays, of course, like I always do while watching, a game or two. And I did see his name come up a lot for holding, I think, yesterday. But regardless, I'm glad we were able to get our D tackle settled. We got a third corner. So we're going to go into this draft and draft nothing but O-line for the most part. While I would love nothing more than to select Caleb Downs here and continue to build our secondary, we got to take the right tackle, Spencer Fano. We got to make sure we get ourselves an O-line. So Spencer Fano is going to be the first round pick. Feeling good about that. He is going to be number 9 true value, drafted number 10. So he'll be the Utah right tackle immediately coming in, which I'm very excited about. We needed that, and I'm glad we're able to start with an offensive lineman in round 1. Now I believe we'll have 2 second round picks in round 2 to hopefully take advantage of some guys there as well. The theme will not be going away. If our other second round pick will be taking Jaden Roberts here out of Alabama. Let's just go ahead and bring in some offensive linemen out of some damn good schools. 48 in true value, drafted 42. Feeling good so far. And instead of drafting 2 more rookies, we're going to take care of CJ Stroud's blind side. We're going to be sending our second and our third over to the Cardinals. We're getting a 25-year-old Paris Johnson off the Cardinals. They've started off 2-1. Obviously lost to the Niners yesterday. But left tackle Paris Johnson comes in, gives us some stability at CJ Stroud's blind spot. So we got Spencer Fano, Roberts, we have Ursary, Paris Johnson, and we'll just deal with whoever's at center for now. And yeah, I feel good with that. We will be done with this draft. We bring in 3 offensive linemen, which was what we needed. So let's go look at this new revamped offensive line that we were able to get this offseason. All right, so we're going into year number 2 with an 85 overall, 83 offense, 88 defense, and this is what it's going to look like going into season number 2. So, of course, Stroud and Mixon will be in the backfield. We got Tank Dell healthy now, Nico Collins, Jaden Higgins, and Jalen Knoll. You have Schultz, and they drafted us another tight end, which I don't hate because Schultz is obviously not going to be here forever. We got Spencer on the right side, Roberts, Patterson at the center position. Like I said, we'll just deal with that for now. Ursary at left guard and Paris Johnson at that left tackle. So I'm feeling good about what we brought in on the offensive line. Hopefully Spencer Fano is a superstar dev. Maybe Roberts, is really good as well. And then Ursary continues to develop for us. Defensively, we know what we have on this side of the ball. I think things look pretty good for the most part over here. The one thing I do want to see is I'm going to go ahead and continue to run the Texans playbooks because we started out in a hole last year. So I'm going to see if it'll be different this time around. We started out in an 0-3 hole last time. So Madden, full simulation, new offensive line, not 0-3. Do we make the playoffs or are we still going to be a bad team? We're about to find out. Despite not being 0-3 this time around, we literally repeat at 6-11. So immediately, what do I think? Playbooks, they need to change because there is talent on this team. There's nothing you can do to convince me there's not, but for whatever reason, it did not work out this year. And that is the one thing that Madden said they fix, but unfortunately they did not. Playbooks still play a big part of what happens in the simulation, and they said they were going to fix that, I believe, and like when the game came out, and it just isn't fixed. Offensively, we're 29th in the NFL, and on the defensive side of the football, we were 31st in the NFL. So 34-10 from Stroud. I mean, I feel like he put up good numbers, but it didn't matter. Our offense was not very good. 6 touchdowns, 100 yards. Tank Dell and Nico both had 1,000 yards. So I feel like this playbook has given the guys the numbers we want to see. The sacks on the defense side of the football have not been where I want them at all. So I think we might be changing. Gardner Johnson had 7 interceptions. But yeah, we might be changing every single playbook, or both playbooks. There's only 2. But yeah, I think we might change both of them. The Lions beat the Chargers in the Super Bowl. Chargers off to a 3-0 start so far. So shout out to them. But we got Laramie Thompson getting franchise tag, former Texan. Joe Mixon, still want to bring him back with him being an X factor, so we'll bring him back. Tank Dell is someone, yep, we'll definitely bring him back. It looks like we have a lot of money, but I'm going to assume that we have a lot of re-signs here. Neil Hunter, same thing. I mean, this team is, in my opinion, on paper, a contender. They should be anyway. Like, they have talent, but they just need to play. If you get rookie CJ Stroud with this defense, I mean, the sky's the limit. Now, I'm not going to bring Nick Chubb back. I think he can probably go at this point. Azeez Al-Share, I mean, we could get younger in the position, but I'll bring him back as well. And then who else? Dalton Schultz. I mean, we do have a younger tight end. Henry ended up getting star dev, so definitely will bring him back as well. Yeah, but we have Velling at tight end, so we could just let Schultz go. And then, yeah, we'll probably replace the center position. So, yeah, I'm cool with that. We do have Fairbairn as well, who's most of the time a solid kicker for the Texans, so we'll bring him back. But, okay. Chubb, Schultz, Scruggs, Reader will probably let go as well. Probably get a little bit younger there. So, yeah, we'll have $31 million in cap space. We'll have some, ability to work with some things. And then we need to go see if dev traits changed on anybody. Hoping the right tackle is superstar dev, and he's not, unfortunately. But, okay, so this is what it's looking like. I mean, like I said, outside of that, our offensive line's looking good. Need a new center, and Velling's a superstar X factor all of a sudden, which I was not expecting to see that. But, yeah, your wide receiver core, your running back, like, the only thing on offense that's a clear replacement is get a center and you're going to be good. And then Speed is a superstar dev, but he's also down in overall, so probably look for something there. I mean, this team is talented everywhere you look, basically. So a Sam, a D tackle, and a center, we should be good. So in free agency, we are after 2 Packers players. I feel like I get this guy every video, but I mean, we literally need a center, and he's an 87 overall. So Elton Jenkins has got to be the guy we're going after, and Isaiah McDuffie to be that Sam, even though I like Speed with the superstar dev. But Jenkins sometimes doesn't choose me, so it wouldn't shock me if he chose the Raiders. Hopefully not, though. Let's see. And he did choose us, so that basically completes the offensive line. Yeah, Jair and Jack Campbell, which they both went to the Raiders. I was definitely interested in both. Well, not Jair necessarily, but Campbell I was interested in, but I know we needed Jenkins, and I felt like we'd go cheaper at linebacker than getting Jack Campbell, although he would have been awesome too. So yeah, we'll look at this offensive line now. We went from a 0 to, in my opinion, an absolute hero. This is a damn good old line that Stroud has in front of him now, so I'll absolutely take that. Defensively, you bring McDuffie to make that a little bit more stable. So obviously the one thing we need to be focused on in the draft, let's get some D tackles, get some big boys up front, and we should be a good team with a imagine just a playbook change. This team will be back on the map. So with our first round pick, we're going to be taking John Walker out of UCF. Let's see how good he is going to be. Number 25 true value, but drafted number 9. So I did reach a little bit, I will be honest with you, but I knew that was the position I wanted to replace in the worst way possible. So I'm glad we got it taken care of, and that's the main thing I wanted to worry about. So we get our D tackle, which is great, and now let's just add whatever luxury we can, because we got depth everywhere. Now, we don't need a wide receiver at all. We're very deep at wide receiver right now. We could take a safety here because we know our safety. Well, at least Gardner Johnson's older. So I guess that's probably where we'll go with this. We'll look at Caleb Harris out of Auburn. A tackle, a hit power, but he's got great speed. We'll bring him in to be extra depth in the secondary, and he will be number 19 in true value, drafted 41. So another good pick, in my opinion. I'll probably let the AI take care of the 3rd round pick, and we'll be set to go in year 3. I think with playbook changes, we'll be back in the playoffs. We should be with the talent that's on this team. So I'm pulling out the reliable for this 3rd season. We're going Buffalo's playbook on defense and Zach Taylor's playbook on offense. I hate to do it, man. It really is annoying. I really wish it wasn't the case, but it is what it is. So this is what we got. We got Stroud. We got Frazier now as well. Mixon, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Higgins, Knoll. We got Velling at tight end now. Offensive line's looking good. Defensively, we got Petrie, Henry, Aziz Al-Share, McDuffie, and we bring in Walker's a 78 overall, which is great. Caleb Harris 78 overall. So yeah, I feel like we brought in 2 really good defensive players. We've reinvented the offensive line. If this team does not make the playoffs, it would be an absolute travesty. Hopefully, the Madden simulation will be on our side. And just like that, at the end of year number 3, we finish up at 14-3, 91 overall across the board. Yeah, that's kind of what happens when you run the Bengals playbook. That's just kind of what it is. Look at that. Tank Dell and CJ Stroud at the top of the chain here, which I'm obviously not too surprised by. We do not get any sacks leaders, Highsmith and TJ Watt representing the Steelers, though. So I'm hoping we got double-digit sacks, though, from somebody. Offensively, first in the NFL, which is good. Defensively, though, we're 13th. So, you know, not great. Or actually, 13th is decent. I'll take it. 42-10 with 5,400 yards. I mean, if you get this kind of season out of Stroud, obviously, you'd feel good if you're the Texans. 15 touchdowns, 780 yards from Mixon. Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Jalen Noel, all really good. Velling with 700 yards as well. Tank Dell had 16 touchdowns. Probably going to unlock Superstar Dev with that season. There we go. This is the sacks we wanted to see. 17.5 from Will Anderson. Even the rookie John Walker had 12.5. What an impact he made. Only star dev, though. That might go up to Superstar Dev. We'll see. And then 10.5 from Daniil Hunter. This was what we wanted, which is why Bills on defense when I'm running a 4-3. And, you know, Cincinnati's offense is just always goated to, you know, use when you just have to pull out all the stops after we went 6-11 back-to-back seasons. I thought it, you know, year 1, maybe it was just because we started 0-3, but once we repeated 6-11, I was like, okay, we got to do something different. Okay, we get to play the Jets, who drafted Arch Manning, and they made the playoffs. So let's see how this is about to go. Let's jump in. Home game. Stroud has won 2 playoff games in his career. Let's see if we can make it a 3rd one here. So here we are in the divisional round after a bye as Arch Manning and the Jets come to town. So it looks like Arch Manning already got his playoff victory in his debut. So hopefully he doesn't win another one. You know, obviously, we do get an interception here from Petrie, 7-0, and the Jets do tie it up. So they are definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with, but another turnover by our defense. You cannot turn on the football in the playoffs. That is a death sentence, and it is 14-7 still. And yeah, still a very close game. The Jets could tie it at any moment, and they do. 2 minutes and 58 seconds left on the clock. We just got to get in field goal range, and our offense is slowed down. So let's come out here, see if we can make field goal range happen. We got Fairbairn as our kicker in a dome right now. So if we can just get in field goal range, we should be good. Let's see if our O-line... Oh my gosh, nice spin move by Mixon. We'll take that. So he only has 17 yards on the ground today, though. Kind of disappointing. All right, we're going to go 4 verts, stretch the field a little bit. See if maybe they'll leave someone open. If not, just get Mixon underneath. Didn't even look downfield. I'm just going to secure the first down. So Mixon's going to get us the first down, 110 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Mixon or for Stroud today. Do I take a shot downfield to Tank Dell, split the safeties, or we just dump it to Nico? Let's see what they want to do here. And no, Nico is, you know what? Honestly, he may have cleared that zone there, but it's probably better that I got hit. I knew I was running out of time, so... Hey, they might play some press coverage on Nico on the outside, and Sauce Gardner is not on him right now. But no, they got the safety helping. Mixon, though, is going to just clear the midfield, and that's going to be field goal range and then some. So, yeah, that was a beautiful play. 2 minutes left in the game. The Jets, the clock just isn't moving. I kind of hate how Madden makes you watch these damn animations. Like, yeah, I get it. He's going to celebrate the first down, but I'm trying to, you know, go win the damn game right now. 2 minutes, and now we just need the Jets to use those timeouts. That way they can't stop the clock anymore. I feel like if we just score a touchdown, this game's over. But we could just, like I said, oh my gosh, that's a touchdown. Yeah, I'm just going to score. All right, we're going to score 14-21. Score where you can get it. And now let's go see if we can't see our defense get ourselves a stop. And they will score. Overtime is going to happen. They get stopped in overtime. So once again, we just need to drive downfield and put ourselves in position. We actually are at decent field position already. So if we could just take advantage of that, we should be good. Do not leave. They left Nico on an island. No idea why. Who is 20? Oh my gosh. 8 might come over and make a play. I thought I had an island there. It's 21-21. Defense, I need you. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness. Okay. My mistake. I thought they were going to leave Nico. That safety fooled me. I thought Nico was left on an island right there. Unfortunately, I was wrong. Okay, let's just once again hit Mixon. He's been our best friend right now. All right, let's just get in field goal range. We escaped out of there with our lives. We got really lucky. Our defense got us stopped there because I almost threw the game away in the divisional. We got this far. Let's not throw it away now. All right. I'm definitely assuming Nico is going to clear 23. And no, oh my gosh, 23 is giving me some hell right now. Although it wasn't him that made the interception, I guess. He was burnt. But, okay. Neek, I'm trying to throw anticipation, and I'm just not... Oh my gosh, there we go. That's an anticipation throw. That's what we needed. Andrew Tranquil, touchdown. It was ugly, but we get it done. And now we're headed to the AFC Championship game. Walk off in overtime. And thank y'all. We're going to go on. Thank y'all, Jets. We're going to go on to the next round now. And now for the AFC Championship game, again at NRG Stadium. We need to put up more points than we did in the last one, especially in regulation. We start off playing the Bengals here. We get the ball. We're up 3-0. Mixon gets to play his former squad in a big game here. We're up 6-0. Where are the touchdowns, man? Why is our offense just slowing down? Just all field goals so far. I get it. Fairbairn's cool, but we go score a touchdown. We did not score another field goal right there. It's 14-12. Go score a damn... Finally. Score a damn touchdown. Defense gets a stop. There's a minute left in the clock. Just got to bleed this. One first down, the game's over. I mean, it was all field goals there until the end. Thankfully, we'll take at least one touchdown up here. But, man, our offense needs to be better than what we've shown so far. So, that's going to be so close. 5 yards gain. Need one more first down. Like I said, this game is all but over. Okay, I'm going to just keep the ball on the ground with Mixon. Inside zones we're looking for here. I trust the offensive line to get the blocks I'm looking for. Boom. And that is your first down done. And now we can nail this ball out and head in to the Super Bowl. So it was a little ugly there for a second. Thankfully, our defense only had the Bengals to 14. We need more points, man. We cannot settle for field goals in the playoffs like this. So Bengals will not call timeout. And we're headed to the Super Bowl. Got ourselves an interesting Super Bowl here from the NFC. It's going to be the Los Angeles Rams. These two teams just played in week 1 in real life, as we're all aware. And I'm assuming, yeah, it looks like it's definitely someone different than Stafford now starting. As far as who that was, I have no idea. But let's go ahead and see if we can't get off to a fast start in the Super Bowl. Again, field goals. I guess they matched our field goal. We need touchdowns, and we do get a touchdown there. And an interception from Stingley. And we score another touchdown. So that's a beautiful start. It's 17-3. We need to keep scoring and put the foot on the pedal. There we go. Another touchdown. That's what we want to see. It's 24-3 right now. Go score another one. 27-3. And we get another interception from Gardner Johnson. We're at their 31. Why not? Let's just put the game away with another touchdown on top of them. This is a little disrespectful, but I'm going to score again on them because why not? So... Nico Collins, I'm looking for you on this beautiful route. Let's see if they get him open or not. Even if I throw an interception, who cares, right? So he's going to be one-on-one. And, you know, the animation did not go my way. That felt like Nico could have put a body on that guy, but the guy just kind of glitched through him, and I guess it worked out for them. Okay. I'm still going to try to score here before this is all said and done. Let's see if we can't get something going here. I mean, Stover's wide open. He's just wide open. Butt naked open. And I could have thrown that earlier, but we will end this Super Bowl off with another touchdown. And that will be all she wrote. We're headed to... What? We're not headed anywhere. We won the Super Bowl. We're already here. So, 34-3 victory over the Rams. I have no idea who the starting quarterback was, but it doesn't matter. I hope you guys enjoyed it. CJ Stroud, I really hope he gets it back together. Give him an O-line, Houston. Thank you all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.